decided, hey, we're not going to do that anymore. So they backed us down to just mortality. You're covered for 100% in the bull in the event of death or humane destruction. So if your bull hops the neighbor's fence, gets in a fight with his bull, breaks his leg, you're covered. Bull steps in the hole, breaks his leg, you're covered. If that bull dies for some reason, other than you took a weed eater when he was laying down and went and sliced his throat open, you're covered. The only requirements on this is you have to have an agreed value on him, which is mainly your purchase price, and you have to have a set of health papers from the current vet. That has to come out within the last 30 days. Like, hey, he's good to go, no problems with him, you're set. Super simple stuff. Kind of save you some money down the road. Claims process.
What'd you say about the vet? The vet had to do what?
You have to have a current set of health papers on him by a vet that has to go out and check him out before we can run a policy on him. Go ahead. Claims process. This is the most important part of this whole thing. A lot of companies offer it. Claims process, though, call your vet first. If your bull goes down, breaks his leg or something, he has to be put down, call your vet first. Don't call us, because you have to call the claims process. Then we'll have a number. Usually you can holler at your agency. I'm like, here's the number for your claims process. You call them. They'll walk you through the whole process. And usually you've already called the vet, but they'll call and tell you, oh, you got to do a postmortem on him, or the vet's got to come check him out, make sure that there wasn't foul play involved, just to cover our end. And then they'll either tell you to put down the bull, or okay, he's good. One of the two. Do not put down your bull before you call claims. Because 9 times out of 10, they're like, we don't know if you killed him or if he just died up on his own. They won't pay you. It's not going to happen. At all.
When you bull die before you get the vet called and all that stuff?
Then the vet will still come out and
Yeah,
he'll check
postmortem.
everything out, and I mean, he'll be like, okay, he did die, and he'll agree with everything. If your vet's good, he usually cover you on your end. Cost of insurance, honestly, for the price of a bull, it's super cheap. I mean, 5.8% of the agreed value. So, I mean, if you buy a $10,000 bull, my math's right, it's $580 a year. So, if you raise your own bull, so, Joe Bob, if you raise your own bull and you decide to keep him, if you've been selling 10 bulls that year and they average out at 3,500, usually that's kind of what they're going to go off of.
Yeah, but I'm gonna take the best one.
Exactly. That's
If
where
they're averaging 3,500.
3,500. But if you can justify the value of why you want to insure him for, say, 7,500 instead of 3,500, and you can justify it, they'll take it. As long as you can justify the value of that animal, they will get it. So if he's out of the top 1% cow of milk and the top 1% bull of birth weight in the breed, you're justified. They will, as long as you can justify the value. I ran into a deal Monday, actually. He called me wanting to insure a longhorn steer. This thing was 2 years old and had a 92-inch spread on him. Won fast track near world record. She wanted to insure him for $25,000. I said, okay, is out of some high dollar bull or something? No, he ain't no special bred. I was like, well, I can't justify the value on him because if he up and dies, you get the horns and the money. We don't get nothing. So, you got to be able to justify that value and make them work. The only exclusions, foul play by owner. Don't be like the guy off Yellowstone. If you haven't seen Yellowstone, I recommend it. It's a great series. Don't be like him. Don't be in there with the weed eater. You're like, I'm going to get some claim money today, boys. And go after them. And I'm just, most of us around here are honest people. Just, I know you won't do it, but that's the only exclusion on it. That's the only thing I got on bull insurance. I had a whole lot more until they cut infertility out of us. Is there any questions on bull insurance right quick?
You might have said, but I missed it. If your bull gets on your neighbor and hurts his bull, and he loses his bull,
If your neighbor's bull gets hurt, he's not covered. That has nothing to do with the insurance.
Oh, yeah, liability insurance.
Yeah, liability insurance. If your bull gets hurt and you have to put him down, he's good. Any other questions? Like I said, that bull deal was a whole lot longer, but they cut my feet out underneath me when they kicked the infertility out.
Yeah, they're losing too much money on the infertility side, so they cut it. Now there's not a single company out there that covers infertility on bulls.
Yeah.
Well, infertility can have a lot to do with management.
Yeah.
That was the big deal they were running into.
Yeah.
So, storm season's coming up. This is one that I'm about to just take it on my own because I can't, because mom and dad are just being stuff. But specified perils for the cow herd. You know, Jay, you know that's not hard to believe. Specified perils to the cow herd. A bunch of people call this the natural disaster policy because basically it covered your cows from natural disasters and a few other things. There we go. Boom. So, natural disasters cover your fire, lightning, wind, hail, tornado, flood, drowning, blizzard, snowstorm. Also covers with collisions with vehicles, like oil field truckers fall asleep driving middle of the night, swerves off into wheat field, hits about 10, 20 stalkers trying to make a U-turn on the way out. You're covered. Dogs, wild animals, feed and water. There's also a few other listed ones. Those are just kind of the main ones we like to hit on. The extensions. So, say you're trucking to Oklahoma City. You have a blowout. You have to pull in somewhere and drop off. You drop them, you run, go get the tire fixed, whatever, it's dark, and something happens, they get out, get hit, or lightning strikes a pole or something, kills 20 of them, you're covered at an unscheduled location. It's just kind of a freak deal, it's an incident deal, crap, you're covered. Theft. This has been a big deal. TSCRA has always got stuff up almost about every other day now. Somebody's stealing cattle. You're covered. New location coverage for 90 days. You move them to a new pasture, new rent property you just got, it's not listed, you're covered. Coverage for removal and disposal of carcasses. Tornado comes through, have a lot of carcasses around. If you don't want to burn them, you're covered for that too. Additional endorsements. So I didn't put this up yet. I don't know why I didn't, but I didn't. So for coverage on this, for all these specified perils, if we don't go by off the head, we go off $1,000 per cattle. So it's $3.50 per $1,000 of cattle all across Oklahoma, except for the 3 panhandle counties where it's a little more because of blizzard. So $3.50 per cow, or for $1,000 a cow. So to add these endorsements, coverage in transit, you get 50 cents per $1,000. So you're up to $4. Grazing poisoning, an extra $1. So coverage transit, if you got a wreck, loose calves, you're covered. Grazing poison, they get in a bunch of Johnson grass or Sudan, covered. Livestock born during policy period, extra $1 per 1,000. So if Dakota has a calf born, your policy starts February 1st, has one born on February 2nd, it's covered until February 2nd of that next year. It's covered until it's a yearling. Or vice, either way, 6 months, however. If it's born during the policy period, it's covered. Add all this up, that's $6 total per $1,000 of cows, which is super cheap. So I remember, Steve, was it 2012 that fire went over by mom and dad in their house? And Jay Ranch had a fire a few years before that. And I remember just seeing 20, 25 cows strung out there, bellied up. I had a buddy down around Texas. Co-op went out there, spread some leftover fertilizer for him, put down too much. Cows started grazing it, got too much nitrogen, dead. Lost 35 head, one morning. We also do frozen semen and embryos and storage, the transit, for some of the purebred guys, or if you're breeding your cows to AI bulls, we can cover your tank. It's just based on kind of what you got. If you got a straw that Angus bull first class in there that's worth $25,000, yeah, I'd really want to kind of insure that too, because them tanks sometimes ain't right. And we also do a few special evaluations if you're organic, grass-fed, genomic, whatever.
Purebred.
Yeah, well, purebred, we can kind of cover some of that stuff too. Yep.
How much is that semen?
It's based on the value of your inventory, so, I mean, however much you got, we just have to go through, we gotta look at the prices of the embryos, and we'll base the value off of how much you have in all your inventory.
What percentages?
I'm not 100% sure.
We can check a couple.
We will check though, and I'll get back to you.
We can check and I'll write you, let you know.
We can check. I can tell my underwriter as soon as I get done. We can definitely check on that. Yeah, exclusions, foul play by the insured, failure to provide proper care, escape or unexplained disappearances. If you have cows that grow 8 legs and just run off in the middle of the night and they're never seen or heard from again, and them some of the fastest cows in the world, sorry about you. We gotta find tracks or
How
something.
do you determine if they escaped or were stolen?
Well, if you never file a sheriff's
Yeah.
report, you just turn in a claim.
Yeah.
And they're gonna question that.
Yeah, you gotta call the law or call the rangers or special agents or something. Do what?
And there's no fence ban or anything like that, you just call it, like, okay, we're going.
You got, honestly, I mean, you probably holler at the ODAC special agents or the TSCRA rangers, them guys, they'll come out.
You better go share
Them guys, they're on it. And then disease, sickness, contaminated drugs, fungus, parasites, or insects. Basically, if you don't take care of them, or if you just decide, I'm gonna go out there with a bow and arrow, whatever, or a gun, and collect some insurance money, we're not gonna cover it.
Okay, what about someone else taking a gun or a bow and arrow during hunting season?
Accidental shooting.
Accidental shootings is covered.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Accidental shootings is covered. I forgot to mention
What about, cabins that one's born dead?
that. The calf's born dead?
Yeah,
No, it's gotta be born alive.
as long as they gotta stay alive.
He's gotta be alive long enough, so, I mean,
Cows kill calf at 4 days old, so,
4 days old.
yeah.
He should be covered, but I can call my underwriter and double check. right
Yeah,
quick.
and on something like that, the policy does have a deductible. So if one calf gets killed right off the cow when it's born, it may not exceed your deductible if it's covered from market value. But say if you go out there and you had 10 cows calved that night, cows got every single one,
Yeah.
well, that'd be a big claim right there.
How much is the deductible?
Minimum is 500.
Takes a lot of calves to cover 500.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you can, on this policy, you can do a market value or an agreed upon value.
Yeah.
That's registered cattle.
They're all registered in my book.
But, so why should you cover your cows? I mean, does anybody have a specified perils policy in this deal? In this room? No. So, you get a return on your investment if you lose them. The way I view it, 2012, we had the fires. Steve knows that firsthand. Some of you also may know that firsthand.
Joe Bob had the fires up in Dewey County.
Yeah, Joe Bob had the fires up in Dewey County. We get tornadoes left and right.
Yeah,
It's like everyone-
2011, they made a
Yeah.
claim around us.
Yeah, everyone that hits more somehow or another starts here in Chickasha. I had 10 guys in Custom. Why do anybody want to live there? There's where tornado starts. Well, that's kind of where my hometown is. That's where I'm from. And also, I did this, and I made this back in kind of early December. A bred cow, good bred cow, costs about $1,400. I know we sold some bred heifers out at John's for like $1,500 last time. If you got 20, that's $28,000. You may have everything else insured, and you're covered, and you get to rebuild. But if you don't have your cows insured, I mean, you're gonna have to take 28 grand out of your pocket to restock. And I mean, markets are tough. I mean, it's kind of, for as cheap as it is, makes sense. And that's where I put it at. $350 per $1,000 of cattle. That's all it is. Any questions?
If you've hired someone on the transit deal, that doesn't have cargo insurance,
Mm-hmm.
will this kick in or will their liability?
No. Well, the way I was explained by our underwriters is if your cattle are insured, if they are contracted out to haul for you, so even if you and your neighbor are hauling to a new pasture on the other side of the county, they're covered. So if that truck driver doesn't have cargo insurance, but they're your cattle, they're covered. As long as the cattle are insured, that's the main thing.
And $1,400 heifers,
Yeah.
what all does that consist of on them $1,400 heifers?
What do you mean, what does all that consist of?
What are they insured for?
They're insured under the specified perils policy.
If you go buy
So like,
20 heifers for 1,400,
You can cover them for 1,400. Go back to your perils.
Everything. Yeah.
No, it'd be,
no, so you're covered on all the specified perils listed on the policy. All the perils listed on the policy.
Which are what?
These are just a few of them. So basically, any natural disasters, collision with vehicles, attacks by dogs or wild animals, contaminated feed, and there are about 4 others that are kind of smaller. These are the main ones.
What's that for?
On the sheet on me. But,
What if she dies, giving birth?
you need all risk mortality policy.
that's all risk mortality. So basically, this is not just singling out one animal. That's why this one has a deductible on it. This is just covering your whole cow herd in case of natural disaster.
If you got 10 head under a tree during a lightning storm and you find them all dead the next morning because lightning struck that tree,
Then
that's what
they're
this is for. I've got a customer in Minko took out a policy because he had 12 head out in the grass pasture, no trees around. Found them dead the next morning because lightning struck the ground. Ground was so wet, lightning got to all 12 of them.
Yeah. So this isn't basically just singling out one animal or one calf or one heifer that dies. If you want, I mean, like if you want to do that, that's an all risk deal. And we can apply that to heifers and show cattle and all them higher value animals too. It's just covering your cow herd as a whole.
But if you find just one dead, you still turn it in though, like you were saying, I mean, or.
Yeah, so I've got a guy down at Elgin. They're up there by Porter Hill. Well, he had 3 killed by lightning this year. Well, we've got an agreed upon value of about $2,500 a head. He got a $1,000 deductible. Well, he got $1,500 each incident.
Wait a minute,
The deductible's per incident, not per
okay,
year. Just like your car insurance, deductible
Okay.
per incident.
okay.
So, if you get 15 head struck by lightning in one hit, $1,000 deductible.
So his 3 weren't hit all at the same time?
No, this was throughout the summer.
Oh, okay.
Any other questions? All right then, guys, I appreciate it this morning. I know it's fast. I like to talk fast, so, and like I said, I had more, but they cut my legs out from underneath. But I appreciate y'all this morning. Hope it was quick, fast, and I'm getting about your work before this weather comes in tonight. Hope there won't be no snow. Thanks, guys.
So if your cattle gets out on the road
Yep,
and they get hit by a vehicle,
Collision's covered.
collision's
it
covered.
is, okay.
The only way it's not is basically if you have had multiple reports of your fence being down.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the only
If they go to
way.
the county, you take
People
cattle out
call
10
it
times this
right.
month.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you're
They
trying
down
to be
the road,
negligent, you're SOL.
Yeah, but think about it is, and most of you guys are probably the same way. I got neighbors that call, you got cattle out on the road.
But they're not yours.
I go check.
Yeah.
Because you know, it scares the heck out of you. Now, I don't know if it's reported to the sheriff or not, or whoever, but, I have had the local, then you call a police person come, you got cattle out over here. Heck, I don't have cattle right there, but I go check,
Yeah.
and they're not mine, so, I don't know.
Mhm.
I think they got one person in each community that they call.
You can go to.
I think maybe Steve Eubank is up at Pocahontas because he's kind of scattered around, and so if there's ever a cow in the road,
It's you, buddy.
Yeah.
My
They
mom and
call it.
dad is when it's on Amber Road.
Yeah.
On Amber Road.
Yeah.
They call. They even woke my sister up one night, or one morning, she was hacked.
Got one question, Jay. Let's say you have, pick a number, 50 cows.
Uh-huh.
They range in value from some you're gonna cull
Yep.
worth 800 to some purebred worth a couple thousand,
Yep.
3,000 apiece. Is it, how do you come up with an average of which one, and they get hit by lightning? You take an aggregate average of your whole herd value, you have to insure the whole herd?
No, I mean, we can insure however many cows you want. I mean, if you just want to insure, if you got kind of 10 cows, you're like, hey, like, we want to do these, we can do that. But it goes mainly off of market value. But if you have some purebred cows, and if you have a bill of sale that's like, hey, like I bought these bred heifers for $3,500 out of Express's sale or Colony sale or whoever's, and like we have something that goes off of that, then we can add that to it and make them worth just a little bit more and kind of help. But mainly, normally what happens is they take they check current market values, they average out the price of the herd, and you get.
So let's say you've got the 50. Do you have to insure all 50?
No,
Can
say,
you insure half of them?
Say if
And
you
how do
got-
you determine which ones were insured or not insured if you have a problem?
If you got 10 or 15 purebred cows out there with your commercial cows, you just want to ensure your purebred ones, but you're going to run them with your others. They just need to be able to be differentiated from your others with brand, tattoo, something like
They
that.
have to have a permanent ID,
Let's say they're all commercial and you don't have specific identification other than the name, ear tag.
other than your tag. Well,
But there's a tremendous difference in the name.
usually, sometimes what they'll do is they'll go off them bangs tags, and now the new EIDs, because all you gotta do is wave a wand now. But usually they'll go off that, because technically you're not supposed to remove them, whatever once they get them. But they'll go off that sometimes too, and usually a bunch of these bigger outfits, they use brands regardless. And some of them even use number brands on, who are commercial outfits.
There's gotta be a way of protecting the insurance company. Let's say
Well,
you've
yeah,
got
it's-
50 and
That's the,
you insure 25 of them.
Yeah, but say if it lightning strike
And
kills all
obviously
of
they get
them.
hurt, it's gonna be one of those 25, not those
Yeah.
others. I just wondered how all that works.
I mean, they don't come out and check, but it's better to cover your old herd. Because if you got half your herd covered and you're running them all together, well, if there's a disaster, you don't get paid on it for the dollar amount you had insured. So, I mean, if you come in and tell us, I got 25 head I want to cover, okay, we write up 25 head, but you got 50 out there, well, you're only gonna get paid on 25 head.
If that's the risk you're willing to take.
Yeah,
Say,
exactly.
I mean, say, well, if I can just.
If you're gonna
if I can
underinsure
rebuild
yourself,
my-
that's,
Yeah, if I rebuild my herds for half, and
Exactly.
just start from there and go, then you're
Yep.
all right.
and which means with the cow market the way it is, we all know 2014 saw record highs, 2016, whatever. We're taking that risk every day. Who knows? Maybe March, I don't know, start a war and the trade deal will be in effect. Good question. Any other questions? Cool. Well, guys, if you have any questions, I'm at the co-op, next to Dakota's office. Dakota's there. If not, I'm usually up at the front counter. I'm at Apache Wednesday through Friday. So just come out. If you got any questions, holler at us. Say hi. Bring a cup of coffee or something. We'd love to talk to you. Help you out any way we can. Hope everybody gets their stuff done before the rain hits. Hopefully no snow. Hopefully wheat grows. Thanks, guys.